Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another Steven Universe theory. And, well, you already read the title. Let's just get right into it. So, in the Corrupted Gems video, early on, I showed a bunch of comments from one of my previous videos. Now, if you took a time to pause the video and actually skim through those comments, you may have noticed something. They're all the same. I don't mean they're the exact same comment, but that they generally have the same premise. They ask, how is it possible for Rose to shatter Pink Diamond with her sword, when Bismuth said she couldn't shatter any gem with her sword? Now, if you watch my Pink Diamond video, you may notice that I never actually mention Rose's sword and only use it as a visual aid because it's the most iconic sword in the series, but nevertheless, people kind of have a point, so let's address it. Could Rose's sword really shatter a diamond? Now, the whole sticking point here comes from the episode Bismuth, where Bismuth says,
I designed this sword for a fair fight. It can cut through a gem's physical form in an instant, destroying the body, but never the gem.
Now, if we take Bismuth's statement at face value, then yeah, there's no way Rose's sword could ever shatter a diamond, or any other gem for that matter. The thing is though, the situation's not that simple, because at the end of the day, Rose's sword is still a sword. It still has a sharp edge that can theoretically cut through a gem. Could it be better at cutting through a gem's physical form and have a tougher time cutting through their gem? Yeah, totally. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. But that's just the sword. What about the diamonds? Now in real life, diamonds are the hardest material found naturally on Earth. But just because they're the hardest doesn't mean they're the toughest. On top of that, we've also heard from Paradox that diamonds are described as a superior, objectively perfect being. But thanks to recent episodes, we know for a fact that that's not entirely the whole picture. I also want to bring up the argument that just because they're gems doesn't mean they react like the gems we know on Earth. But that's not entirely true either. While it does appear as if gems are tougher than their real life counterpart, they still for the most part behave like a real life gem. So with all that said, how do you actually shatter a diamond? It's simple. Strike it along its cleavage. I mean, a gem's cleavage. Because of a diamond's atomic arrangement, they have cleavage planes. The diamond's cleavage planes would most likely look something like this. In layman's terms, that means that depending on the angle you strike the diamond, your hit would either do next to nothing or just slice straight through the gem. Like, if you hit a Pink Diamond's gem at a 45-degree angle, it would just bounce off. But if you slice through it at a 90-degree angle, it would go straight through. So what does that mean for Rose's sword? Simply put, if you were to strike Pink Diamond's gem along its cleavage, it would shatter. Now, you may say, to strike a gem along its cleavage, you need to poof its physical form, and that's impossible. One of the Crewniverse said so. But here's the thing. Matt Burnett only scoffed at the idea of poofing a diamond. He never said it was impossible. And if you've been around on my channel for a while, you may know that I'm a big advocator for taking a show's creator's word with a grain of salt, unless it's either confirmed in universe or the show's over. Always question what the creator tells you, because they might not always be telling the truth, or they may be stretching the truth to cover up their secrets. Of course, this idea doesn't just apply to Rose's sword, and theoretically any sword could shatter the diamonds, but the only reason I'm specifically focusing on Rose's sword is because Gemini does specifically mention it within universe. So yes, even though diamonds are these all-powerful beings that rank on the top of the gem hierarchy, they still have the same Achilles heel that every other gem has. And yes, for anyone wondering, the cleavage planes does apply to all gems within a margin of error, and their application is a little different depending on what gem we're talking about, and the gem's type and shape. That being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Now, if it wasn't obvious, this video is kind of a comment response video, and this video was originally supposed to be me responding to your comments from previous videos, but I decided to take it one step farther. But if you want to see more of these comment response-esque videos, maybe in a different format, tell me in the comments below. Also, if you have any complaints, feel free to tell me in the comments below. Until next time, peace.